Hey everyone, I'm Rob Martin, and I wanted to share with all you makers, crafters, and do-it-yourselfers a way that you can help boost your local supply of face shields for healthcare workers. I work in healthcare administration, and right now, our doctors and nurses are struggling to conserve and reuse the clear face shields they have for the coming surge in COVID cases. The ones they have won't last forever. We makers and crafters can help us keep these frontline responders, who are true heroes, supplied with enough clear face shield. We can make these at home for next to nothing. All you need are scissors, a stapler, shoelaces, and an empty 2-liter clear soda bottle. Oh, and duct tape. Makers like us always have duct tape lying around, right? This video will show you how to make a clear face shield using an empty soda bottle. You need a 2-liter soda bottle, clear is best, or a light color. Cut the label off, and then peel it off. It's usually only glued in one small stripe along the side. Then you want to rinse out the bottle to make sure it's clean. I use seltzer, so I know there's no sugar inside. Rinse it out well. Then you want a serrated knife. You're not going to cut all the way through the bottle, just going to give yourself holes to cut with scissors. Before you begin cutting, put the lid back on the bottle. This will give it internal pressure to help you hold the bottle when you're cutting. Cut along the line where the shoulder of the bottle starts to taper. And do the same for the bottom edge. There's usually a line indented in the plastic that you can follow along to cut the bottle with. Then take your scissors and complete the cut. The reason we don't use the knife for the whole cut is to give ourselves more control and also prevent denting the bottle. If the bottle's dented, it'll make the face shield harder to see through. So again, cut off both ends. You can do this fairly roughly. We'll trim it up later. Now cut the cylinder through where the label was glued. This means none of that glued area will be in the viewing area for the face shield. It'll be off to the sides by the wearer's ears. Now you should have a square plastic sheet, which will continue to clean and dry with a towel. Now take your square and with the scissors, just clean up any rough edges along the cuts you made. You don't want anything that's jagged that could either injure the wearer or catch on any other form of personal protective equipment such as a hairnet or the gown that they may be donning. So trim up both ends. And be conservative in how much you cut away. You want as much plastic to protect the wearer as possible. Okay, now we have our clear cylinder. Make sure it's clean. Now you'll need a 30-inch shoelace. Find the middle of the shoelace by folding it in half, and then locate the approximate middle of the plastic shield. Match the middle of the shoelace to the middle of the plastic shield at the top edge. You'll take a standard stapler, and you want to staple with the top of the stapler to the inside. That means the smooth part of the staple would be against the wearer's skin. You don't want the jagged edge of the staples to the inside. You want those to point to the outside. Continue stapling approximately every ½ inch to follow the curve of the plastic shield. Staple all the way to each end. Remember, we're attaching the shoelace to the inside edge of the top of the cylinder. Continue to the next edge by stapling every ½ inch or so. Staples should be fairly close together to follow the curve of the shield so they don't pull away. And press firmly on your staples to make sure they go all the way through and fold over so they're not a danger to either the wearer or the patient. Before we put on the mask, we want to check it to make sure no staples are sticking out. If there are, just pinch them shut with pliers or carefully with your fingers. Use duct tape to wrap the top edge and the sides to make it more comfortable where it touches the skin. Now just wrap the face shield right around the forehead, just above the ear level, and then tie the shoelace to the back of the head. For most people, this shield will go all the way to the ears, protect the whole face. So make as many face shields as you can using the materials you can get a hold of. I'm going to hit up my neighbors for their 2-liter soda bottles and shoelaces right now. And check with your local hospital or clinic about how to donate your finished face shields. I'm also sewing surgical masks at home like many of you might be. So if you or someone you know is an app developer or a data jockey, we could use a mobile app to help us match up the makers and donors with the healthcare folks who need this protection. It will help us all. The life you save may be your own.